everybody, we're gonna start today doing pairings, but before this we need to revise some lessons we needed actually in this part. I need to revise for you properties of the angles. On a straight line, we know that the sum of angles should be 180, and we are naming the two angles in number 1 supplementary angles. So if I want to get A, I need to say 180 minus 40, I'm gonna get it equal to 140. So in this case, A equal to 140. So angles on a straight line should add up to 180. Angles in a triangle should add up also to 180. So if I want to get D, I'm going to say 180 minus the sum of 35 and 82. I'm going to get the answers of, or the answer of D. If I want to go for part 3, angles around one point should add up to 360. So I have all the angles except C. So to get C, I'm going to say 360 minus the sum of all the angles. I'm going to get the measure of C. So angles around one point will add up to 360. If I'll go for example 4, in this case I have opposite angles, vertical angles. See, vertical angles, they will form X together. See? So in this case 130 and F should be equal because they are vertical angles. See, they are making X shape. And G and the missing angle here also, the empty one, will be the same. So here this is G and this is G, this is F and this is F. According to this, I'm going to say that angle F should be 130. But how can I find angle G? If you can see, 130 and angle G will form for me supplementary angles on a straight line. So in this case, if I want to get G, I'm going to say 180 minus the 130. Like what do we have in example 1? I'm going to say 180 minus 130. I'm going to get angle G. If I'll go for the fifth one, in the fifth one, they are giving unknown variables, which is X. And they ask me to find the value or the measure of each angle, let's say, or the value of X. And to do this, we know that the sum of all the angles on straight line should be 180. So according to this, I'm going to say X plus 2X plus 3X equal to 180. I'm going to get in this case 6X equal to 180 and divide each side by 6. I'm going to get X equal to 30. So this is, even they didn't give me, let's say, sorry for that. Okay. If they didn't give me here, in this case, let's say, this angle, but they give me square, this means this is 90 degrees. 90 degrees and 117, and B will add up to 360. So this is what of such questions. I'm going to go for the parallel lines and the transversal. Parallel lines, they will give me this sign. See the arrow sign? This arrow sign? It's mean the two lines are parallel. Okay, we're going to get a lot of equal angles and we're going to get a lot of supplementary angles using the properties of the parallel lines and transversal. So in this case, see the black, the dark one, the black line, it's a transversal which is cutting the two parallel lines. If we have such case like angle C and F, and if you can see, it's forming for me Z shape, so the two angles should be congruent. And I'm going to name the angles alternate interior angles. I'm going to go now and show another case. In this case, I have corresponding angles. And if you can see, we have two parallel lines and we have a transversal. And if I'll draw the line which is above this angle and the line above this angle, it will form for me shape F. And in this case, D and H also, they are congruent, they have the same measure. And I'm going to name them that they are corresponding angles. In this type of angles like F and D, they are same side angles. And it can be like U shape. They are together in between the parallel lines. So in this case, they will add up to 180. I'm not going to say that angle D equal to angle F. So D and F should add up to 180 because they are same side angles. Okay. So now I'm going to go for the fact now alternate interior angles as what we said, which is forming Z shape. If you can see here, so anytime if you get two parallel lines with the Z shape, so this means they are parallel, they are alternate interior angles and they are equal. See, even if I'll flip it to the other side, it's the same. I'm going to go for fact 2. if we have corresponding angles which is forming shape F, so if we have this case and if we have this case, every time I'm going to say that they are corresponding and they are congruent. Even if I'll get it like a bank shape here, up and inside, every time if we have F shape, I'm going to get corresponding angles with the same. In factor 3, we have same side angles or interior angles, which is add up to 180. If you can see, it's C shape or U shape, you can say. In any position, get the same thing. So if I'll ask you now, what's the type of the angles here, or what's the relation between the two angles? They are, it's true, they are alternate interior angles, which is A in this case should be equal to 43 degrees. Okay. Question, what's the relation between the angles now? Yes, corresponding angles. And the reason here, they are congruent because they are corresponding and we have two parallel lines and transversal. So B equal to 123 degrees. Okay, if they said that angle B equal to 43, so do you think it's true? It's wrong. The angle should be congruent because they are corresponding in. So also here in C, they are alternate interior angles. It's true. And the angles here, they are equal, which is equal to 135 degrees because they are alternate interior. And in this case, they are adding up to 108. It's true because they are same side angles in this case. Okay, we will add up to 180 because it's forming for me here 9 is forming for me C.